Scary Stories with Tater MAGEE. Hi, this is Tater MAGEE, and I would like to share some scary stories. It was a dark and stormy night, and I was driving back from the center of the goddess, where we had a meeting where we were training our sausage circles to be good little key bosses. We had just gotten in a new batch of bacon traps and muzzles and things like that, and we were teaching the ladies how to use them with their sausage circles, their male harems, how to train them, because maybe women harems do well because they're women's and superior, and so they know what to do and they don't have any trouble. But men's are the inferior sex, so they need a little extra help. So it had been a long day, and so it was at night. Nobody was on the road, and then suddenly I noticed there was a car behind me, and I'm like, what the hell? It's 1 a.m. Why is someone behind me? There must be a serial killer. I'm just gonna turn on the next major road, and I'm gonna see if they follow me. And the car turned on the next major road. And I'm like, oh my God, I knew I should have bought a gun. I knew I should have had a gun. And, I was on this major road, that leads to a bunch of different places for a long time. And this car kept being behind me, traveling at around 3 cars lengths behind me. And it was like a 70-mile-an-hour speed limit. And so I knew they were following me because they were not keeping a car length for every 10 miles per hour. So I'm like, oh my God, they're fixing to kill. Or maybe they knew who I am, and they're going to kidnap me and put me up for ransom, and do horrible things. And so I'm like, oh my God, this is it. And I'm dead. I just know it, I'm dead. They didn't get any closer. And sometimes they'd be like 4 to 5 car lanes behind me. But they were always just behind. And it's in the middle of nowhere. You had to drive on that road like 20 minutes in order to get to another intersection, which took you to some major cities. And I kept looking, and they kept being behind me. I'm like, what the hell? Why are they still behind me? I wish I had a box of tacks that I could just throw out my window so to give them flat tires, because I'm like, not today. I'm not going to die. But I didn't have that. And oh my God, I was panicking. They just kept being behind at a reasonable distance. And I had no phone signal. I was going to call the SWAT team, the president, maybe even Donald Trump to see if he could do something. But I couldn't. So I just kept driving. The stars seemed extra bright. It looked like there were lights in the sky. Part of my brain said, oh, it's an airplane. Another part said, tonight is just a night of horrible things. It's alien. Aliens are going to get me. Probably the car behind me is an alien. They're going to get me. They're going to probe me. They're going to take all my secrets of all my inventions and everything. And they're going to trademark it on their own planet. And it's just going to be devastating. So I kept driving. Like, oh my God, this nightmare will not end. And as we were approaching, several turnoffs, you could go different highways. As we're approaching them, I'm like, this is my last-ditch effort to save my life. I looked in the rearview mirror, and I gave a dirty look. And I thought strong and hard in my head, look, you MFer, you is not going to get me today. I will scratch your eyes out. And I looked really hard in the rearview mirror and, tried not to be blinded by their headlights. And I concentrated. And what do you know? Once we reached that turnoff, they went in the opposite direction. So it worked. I was about to be dead. And then through the power of my mind, and I harnessed a bunch of goddess energy. And with the look at my rearview mirror, I let them know, not today. Not today. I will live another day, you alien. That is story time with Tater MAGEE. Remember, it's always scarier if you do not have a sheep to cuddle with.